Hello everyone, welcome to other stock technicals. In the today's session, I'm going to talk about how the market will perform by tomorrow. Okay, but before going to that, let's make a recap of the today's session. Okay, and in the today's session, the Nifty and Bank Nifty. Actually, if you take up the especially, I'm talking about the Nifty. Nifty was extremely. It went on to the sideways session. It onto the first half, it went on to the higher side, and into the second half due to the pressure into the Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty dragged the Nifty also onto the downside. But more or less the Nifty was onto the totally it was onto the sideways. But if I look at onto the Bank Nifty was underperformed onto the today's session. Okay, and because of that, all of the major private banks has been started to underperform. Due to that, all of the Bank Nifty has underperformed onto the lower side. Okay, now let's go to the chart. Let's go to the daily chart right now, so that let's check out how the chart, what the chart is suggesting for the tomorrow's trade. Okay, now as we are into the Nifty daily chart right now. Okay, and if you check out here, exactly onto the previous video, I clearly told that onto the Nifty as well as onto the Bank Nifty, we are at the secret trading system resistance. If you check out here, exactly it is trading at our secret trading system resistance. Okay, and the Nifty and Bank Nifty, both the indices is unable to move outside of this resistance. Just check out the power of our secret trading system resistance. Okay, and here we have been if you check up onto the Nifty, exactly it is taking the resistance at these levels. Okay, something around at 17,350 to 17,500 levels. Kindly go and check out my previous video. I clearly told that Nifty and Bank Nifty is having the stiff resistance of our secret trading system. Okay, and that is what the market and that is what happening right now. Okay, and let's check out what will happen by the next. Okay, and onto the higher side, as far as Nifty is concerned, we are having a stiff resistance at 17,500 levels. Until and unless the 17,500 levels is it doesn't crosses, we are not onto the strongly bullish side. Okay, a market is not taking any momentum till it decisively close above 17,500 levels. But as far as the Nifty is concerned, we are having strong support onto the lower side at 17,200 to 17,300 will be having a stronger resistance as well. Okay, so more or less the Nifty will travel in this range around, let's say, about 17,200 onto the lower side, and onto the higher side 17,500. Okay, more or less it is has been trading in the range of 300 points. Okay, so as we are onto the lower end of the range, currently the Nifty is trading at 17,300. So more or less we are onto the lower end of the range. Okay, so the momentum will pick up onto the lower side only once it breaks 17,200 onto the lower side, or it will take the momentum onto the higher side once it decisively breaks 17,500. Until and unless these both the bands doesn't breaks out, don't take any aggressive trades on the either of the side. Just trade the support and resistance. Just buy onto the lower end of the range and just take out the short positions at the higher end of the range, that is at the 17,500 levels. Okay, so more or less we are at the lower end of the range. So tomorrow we might say some pullback, some bounce back on may happen onto the higher side. Again, we may see the Nifty back to the levels of 17,400 to 450 onto the higher side in the tomorrow session. Okay, so this is all about the Nifty. Now let's go for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is also exactly trading at our secret trading system resistance. Kindly go and check out my previous video. I clearly told that we are having a resistance at 38,300 to 38,500 levels. Okay, and on to the yesterday session, it made a high of, let's go to the yesterday's candle, and if you check out here, yesterday it made a high of 38,461. Okay, and we are having a resistance at 38,500. Yesterday it made a high of 38,461, and from that level it started to move on to the lower side, and today it closed at 37,531. Okay, so approximately this Bank Nifty 2 is exactly trading at this range. But what is concerning here is it is broken the support levels. Okay, the support levels of 37,800 levels has been breached onto the today's session. Okay, so that is what concerning onto the Bank Nifty. Okay, and the next support comes, currently it is also trading at the support levels, which is at the 450 to 37,500 is the support levels. Currently it is trading at the same support levels. Okay, and once this breaks, once this is 37,450 breaks, then the bank nifty might be headed onto the lower levels till 36,700 levels, which is approximately like 800 to 900 points from the current levels I am talking about. But if it only breaks the today's low of about 37,400 levels, okay, if 37,400 if 37,400 levels breaks out on for the tomorrow session, then the bank nifty is headed for onto the levels of 700 levels. But if it doesn't break, then we might see some rebound onto the higher side, and we can expect some target till the levels of 37,800 to 38,000 onto the higher side. More or less, I mean to say about for the tomorrow's trading session, bank nifty may go for the sideways session, and the nifty may outperform onto the higher side in the tomorrow's trading session. Okay, so this is all about the nifty and bank nifty for the tomorrow's trading session. Now let's go for the stock specific view. Okay, and for the tomorrow's stock specific view, I have selected M6 Limited. Okay, and if you check out here, M6 Limited has been under a strong downtrend from the levels of 2,100. It corrected till the levels of 1,300, sub 1,300 levels. And if you check out here onto the last couple of trading sessions, has been making a bullish reversal candlestick patterns. And if I go for the weekly chart as well, okay, and it is showing some as here. If you check out here onto the into the January month of 2020, this was the major resistance, but this resistance has been cleared out onto the July of 2020. Okay, and exactly the currently the price is trading at the same level, which is nothing but we will say it as a CIP, changing polarity. Before it was a resistance, and next it broken out, the resistance has been broken out, and the next currently it is trading at that the same level. Once the resistance breaks out, the next time it will become as a support. This is nothing but the change in polarity, and that is what currently the M6 is telling that. Okay, so currently it is trading at the support levels. Okay, currently it is trading at 1417. So one can enter a long positions at the current levels with a stop loss of 1330. Okay, stop loss is somewhat far away from the current levels, but the target is also very good. Okay, and the risk reward ratio is very good. Okay, so one can maintain a stop loss of 1330 onto the lower side, and one can enter at the current levels of 1417, and we can expect a target of somewhere till the levels of 1600 onto the higher side in the M6 Limited in the next couple of days to 1 week time frame. Okay, so this is all about the M6 Limited. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. If you really like up the today's session, hit the subscribe button and share this video to all the traders, and also hit the like button. Okay, and before making any investments, kindly take the advice from your financial advisor. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. We'll meet you in the next session. Until then, thank you. Bye bye.